finally Friday, yeah? And also it's the jumper day, yeah? Check here.
That was the best intro on my channel. Hello. So we are back, but this time let's review the best 7 repairs videos on this channel. Okay? Just I pick up the 7 which I believe they were either hard or funny. Okay? So let's go and see them. So number 7. Let's design and build a switching power supply. This has bring me a lot of memories. Okay, so this is a basic power supply, switching power supply, which we start with random components from the boards. Okay, so we took a transformer, a transistor, and we build a switching power supply. Also, I draw the schematics on the end. Just a basic one, nothing special. Also, I think later on I design even a short circuit protection circuit. But the funny part with this one is came back from the childhood. Yeah, so let's probably like 30 years ago. We were using, instead of this small transformer, like a TV transformer, you remember the old black and white TVs? Was a high voltage transformer and the output was like 18 kilovolts. So we were using this like one transistor, one resistor, probably one capacitor. And on the output, we had only that big coil, yeah, the 18 kilovolts coil. And from there, I have like 2 pins, which was going out from the box. Now, with 18 kilovolts, you are able to spark probably around 2-3 centimeters AC. You remember it was car games, machines, yeah? You put money in and then you play cards and hopefully you will earn something, but most of the time you lose money. Now, coming with 18 kilovolts, on a machine like that, like on any metallic part, can trigger funny things on that machine, like the money appear on the machine, like you earn them. Yeah, so that's what we're using this kind of power supply design on that time, and indeed I have a lot of fun. But actually, this one was quite good. I mean. I even tested and I get like with 0.6 volts on the input, 0.6, I still got like 3 volts on the output. Yeah, this is hard even for a manufacturer to get, like devices using one battery. Usually they are dying around 1 volt. So this one was going fine, even 0.6 with 3 volts output.
5 volts, 5.5 with 1 volt input. That's beautiful. So from 1 volt we can get out 5 volts. Even less. Let's see. 0.6 volts. And on the output we still have like 3 volts. That's good with 0.6, yeah?
Now the number 6 is testing if indeed we need electrostatic bracelet. So I pick up 2 phones, my own phone, the iPhone, and a Samsung phone, and I try to push probably around 3000 volts and see what will happen. Now this is a funny video, because I didn't really know what will happen. I mean, you know, on the paper and logical speaking, nothing should happen. That's the reason why I made the test. But on the reality, you know, I didn't know what to expect. But anyway, this was a good video, just proving the point. Actually, you don't really need electrostatic Brussels.
Nice, sparks. Oh, my screen goes off. Okay, it's done. So hopefully it's recording. Yeah? Nice to play with the spark. So we kill the phone, that's the question. We kill the phone. The phones, yeah? We kill them. No, actually the phone is working fine. It's not even getting frozen. Not even frozen, yeah? So this is okay. And my iPhone also it's okay. Yeah, no problem.
Number 5, it's a funny one. So I replicate my hot air machine from like 30 years ago. I remember the Nokia 2010 came out, and we're trying to fix them, and we didn't have actually you could not buy a hot air machine. So that was the way how we desolder and resolder components. This is a funny video, but that's what happened on that point. That's how we were working. On that time it was impossible to buy a hot air machine. You will not find one. The phone just started appearing on the market, and on that time I believe the first one was Nokia, if I remember. Yes, Nokia 2010 and Ericsson 198, if I remember. That was the way how we were desolder and resolder components. Number 4, this is the most embarrassing video. I mean, if you have a video which is going viral, you don't want to be this kind of video. Okay? So actually it's just, just a dodgy job removing a MOSFET and using a wire. But the problem is the video got 1.7 million views. I mean, I'm doing content for the subscriber of this channel. But to get that many views doing a dodgy job, is kind of let's say not that professional. Anyway, the job ended well, the laptop was charging, and everything was working fine. But still, it's just, it's not looking that great. But funny how the YouTube is choosing a video to push it to be a viral video. Number 3. This was a hard one.
Okay. So we're on some endpoint, yeah? It's still on? Server error, okay, probably because it's not connected to internet. But looks like it's working fine. I'm sure it's playing because I have nothing to do with the audio amplifier. I'm sure it's playing.
So this was like a 2-hour job. And the switching power supply has a chip which was just blow up. And I had to connect the big transformer, which is only for the audio amplifier, to connect it to be always on, and take voltage from the transformer using 2 regulators to generate a 12 volts and a 3.3 volts. And that's the way how I fixed this amplifier. Yeah, this was kind of hard. I mean, it was like a 2-hour job, but the job was well done, and I was happy. Number 2. So this one was the video where I get probably more than half dislikes. So what was the idea of the video? Order a new power supply, and I ordered the power supply with short circuit protection. Okay? And when the power supply arrived, I found out actually it's not short circuit protection there. And most of the people from the chat, if you read the comments, they got wrong this. So they said, no, the power supply is fine. Has short circuit protection because when you short, the voltage goes to 0. But it's not, because it's pushing 5 amps out. That's not how you suppose a short circuit protection to work with. And based on the comments, and so many negative comments, and actually people which they didn't get right exactly, actually this power supply doesn't have a short circuit protection, and just because I short the wires and you see 5 amps, that's not a short circuit protection. You have a current limit. So the funny part is I have to do a second video and bring from home this big power supply, which is very, very heavy. So I have to bring this, which was like 50 kilos, because it has no fans, only big heat sinks. I think it's a 15 amps linear power supply. So I have to carry this, which has a short circuit protection circuit, and show on the video how actually a short circuit protection circuit should work. When you short the wires, the current goes to zero, the voltage goes to zero. It was funny, you know, just the way how I had to finish the video, so I couldn't leave the people in the wrong side, just believing actually that power supply was fine. Now the number one, this is the mother of dodginess. The Frankenstein power supply repair. So it looks like the people got triggered and say, look, sorry, this is way too dodgy even for you. So what you are doing, you have a power supply, a switching power supply, you have a chip which blow up and you don't know what the chip is. And what you can do is separate the high voltage to the low voltage and comes with another high voltage board and make like one power supply, one working power supply. So that's how we start. First we cut the board, then later on we start adding another board, the high voltage only, and make the necessary modification to have a working power supply. And I did, and the job never come back, so it was well done. This was a audio amplifier, if I remember. So on my time, like probably like 30 years ago, we were doing, no, probably like 25 years ago, we were doing this like, it was nothing special. I mean, I remember we had the old color TVs, and on the power supply they had like a switching power supply, and there was a fast switching thyristor, and was no way to buy that thyristor, so we had to cut and do this Frankenstein power supply repair on every TV. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy this. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye.